Today we're taking a look at the rapid pedal drive system, now included in the new Moken PDL series of kayaks. The system is comprised of the rapid drive, a chain-driven encased system, the rapid steering system, and the beavertail rudder. Let's get started with a few things to get your new kayak system up and running. Start with the beavertail rudder by removing the pin and collecting the parts. Then place the washers on the base of the kayak and the rudder as shown. Feed the pin through the kayak, the rudder, the washers, and tighten it all into place with a Phillips head screwdriver. Now place the cotter pin through the holes of the rudder pin to secure everything in place. The goal is to have as little play in the rudder as possible. Now use the supplied wrenches to loosen the nuts attached to the rudder cables. Feed them through the rudder using the outside holes as shown and tighten the nuts back into place. It's important not to tighten these all the way, as they need to be able to rotate with the action of the rudder. Finally, remove the plastic sleeves on the cables and you're all set. Last up is building the drive itself. All we have to do is attach the crank arms to the drive. Identify the correct side by locating the R or L on the inside of the arm. Put the spacer and the lock washer in place and feed the bolt through all the parts into the drive. Now use the provided Allen key to tighten everything into place. To avoid any frustration, remember that the left crank arm is reverse threaded. Now that the drive is built, you can slide it into place by resting it on the rails in the cockpit of the kayak. To deploy the drive on the water, simply rotate the prop so it's vertical and able to lower through the drive opening. Lower it into place and secure it by flipping the latch under the lip as shown. To retract the drive, simply flip the latch and push down the blue button, or the prop index. Rotate the pedals until you hear it click to align the prop and raise it through the opening. For a little added security, you can use the blue bungee to wrap around the prop and secure it in place while transporting. It's a good idea to spray the drive and wipe it down after use, especially if using in salt water. It's also a good idea to occasionally check the bolts for the prop and the crank arms to be sure they haven't loosened with use. If the drive feels a little stiff, you may want to apply a small amount of marine grease. Remove the bolt located on the bottom of the drive and apply a small amount of grease using a syringe you can find at the local hardware store. Finally, if your unit is slipping, check the chain tension and shear pin. Loosen the bolt on the prop with an Allen key to check the shear pin. If the pin is intact, you can adjust the chain tension by adjusting the bolts shown here. And that's the rapid pedal drive system on the Moken series from Feelfree Kayaks. To learn more about this or any of our products, head on over to feelfreeus.com or check out your local dealer.